I got you.
Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Thought today was a really good day. I was pleased with the energy, pleased with the a sense of urgency that our guys had. From meetings this morning till we got on the practice field, individual. I thought it was very competitive. Just seeing some guys really working to get better and to step up. Guys that maybe haven't played as much throughout the course of the season for whatever reason. Whether some guys responding from injury, some guys just continuing to work to be more consistent. And I saw them come out and have really good days today. And so something that we're going to have to continue to emphasize. Have challenged the guys. There's yet to be a week where Tuesday, Wednesday, and really finishing up has been to the level that we want it to be. So I think we're off to a great start today. And we got to come back and have a even better Wednesday. But I'm looking forward to how these guys continue to respond. We know we got a big challenge. Turn on film, and that's there. And that's something that we're going to control the things we control. Continue to focus on our fundamentals, our details, and go play disciplined. As we get closer to Saturday.
Is that the message, sort of, as you walk off the field to the guys, just to keep stacking?
Yes, sir.
Could you tell that Andrew? I don't know. He made some unbelievable plays today. I thought. Can you tell that maybe that catch might do something?
Absolutely. Well, it's like I said after the game. It's you can go out there and have a play, but when you start stacking weeks and preparation, and he didn't play a flawless game, but he was ready in the moment, and that's he responded in the moment, but that comes from the last 3 weeks, him starting to make more plays, being more detailed, being more consistent of where he needs to be. And then today was one of his best practices. And I like to see that experience and him have the success that is encouraging to be more. And that's how we need to operate. And I think you see that from a football team, whether it's the communication, whether it's the discipline, whether it's the mentality, all those things. As you're going through a season, when you see it work, it builds you want more of it. And so that's where it's we're all a work in progress when it comes to that.
What have you seen from? You mentioned I think on the show last night that Ja'Kai Douglas is something you want to continue to see more of. I guess what have you seen from him in terms of growth and confidence?
Yeah, he's just continued to work. He's a redshirt freshman. He's made some big plays since he's been here. But you see the confidence that of him in the moment, and once again the consistency of it. And Ja'Kai is a very unique skill set. He can line up at receiver. He can line up at running back. He's been great in special teams. Much like Andrew, you see that today he had a really good day coming out and being able to fly around. So we just need him to continue to grow and develop. And if he does that, very confident in what his future is going to be.
And then a few weeks before the Miami game, it's really wanted to make it back. He was stressed out and close and just maybe couldn't quite go. Is there a conversation about it? You may have wanted to be in that game with the hometown ties, and you didn't get, but we could get you in these last 3 weeks.
Well, the one thing with Emmett is that we're not going to put him in any situation where where he's not able to go out there and play to the level that one, he's capable, or that two, that's safe for him to play. And I'm not gonna we all have desires of what we want in life. But at the end of the day, it's part of my job to make sure that we're taking care of these guys. A lot of times we're going to push, and if they're ready to go, we're going to get them out there and let them go. But Emmett's just a little ways away, and if that's this week, great. If it's next week, whenever that is, he's going to be ready to go out and perform the way that he can. If not, I'm not going to put him in a situation where whether it's a setback or whether him just not being able to perform the way that he's capable, it's just not fair to him as a young man.
Would there be the possibility of him getting a waiver next year? Is that something else?
There's definitely some conversation. I don't know. It's very early in the process. If he can go out there and play and he can be back here this year, that's what we're going to try to do. If not, then it's a further conversation.
The play where you snapped it between Wyatt's legs, is that you haven't done that before?
We have not done that before. And we knew if we did that, we would get a first down by just that much. Yes, it could have.
But you guys work on stuff all the time, but don't get to use it in games.
Yeah, sometimes the situation calls for it. Sometimes the looks call for it. something that we worked last week a few times, and it was maybe a little better execution throughout that. But there's even on that, it comes down to a simple detail, and I think we could add a lot more, but it got the job done.
I know Boston College got their quarterback back a few weeks ago, maybe earlier than expected. I guess the numbers are pretty staggering in terms of when they have him and don't have him. I guess how much of a difference does he make for them?
He's huge. I mean, he's an NFL quarterback. He's a guy that can go and he can make all the throws. He moves well. He's a competitor. They're undefeated with him here this season. I mean, they've won a lot of games over the last 2 years when he's in the lineup because he does a great job of managing the game, but he also just his skill set is one that is very dangerous. And so we're excited for the challenge. And they got a couple really dynamic receivers. They got tough, hard-nosed running backs. I mean, this offense, it can challenge in a lot of different ways. And defensively, it's one of the top-ranked defenses in our league. So I mean, this is it's going to be an absolute battle, and we are fully aware of that. Having to go on the road, longest road trip this year, and but it's ending ACC play, and how do we want to leave our mark, and what do we want that to look like?
You guys put a lot of pride on being the tougher team when you go to games. Obviously, that's what they do. How big a part of it?
It's huge. I mean, that's how we started Sunday. It's about you have to get your mind for it. I mean, it's a mindset, it's attitude, it's approach. I love games like that because at the end of the day, you're going to see who's willing to invest, who's willing to give, who's willing to push. Both sides at some point are going to get knocked down on Saturday. It's can you get back up and can you continue to push forward, and that's all in a mindset. That was awesome. Yeah, no, him, Mark coming out again. Those guys are just, some of the greatest coaches, managers. The opportunity to build relationships with them is something that I hold very dear. And it was great that he wanted to come out and see some of the things that we're doing, and very obviously being here, very complimentary to the things that he's seen within the program and some of the strides that he's seeing within this team. So I was grateful for him to come out and just continue to build that relationship. All right, guys, thank you.